don't like Big Brother and I don't like all this, no.
I think it's inappropriate and a little bit creepy.
I think it's outrageous and completely put me off coming here, so I'm going somewhere else.
We're here today outside Southern Co-op in West London, where in conjunction with FaceWatch, they're using live facial recognition technology to scan the faces of all the shoppers who go in there. You don't like facial recognition?
No. Absolutely not.
I just pulled up to go and cop. I'm not going in there now. I didn't know that was happening, and I think they should let us know as well.
There's a very, very small sticker, but it's not really enough.
Exactly. Don't make no sense. I'm not with it.
Well, I think as a private company, I don't think they should be allowed to do that because that is my personal information.
I don't feel particularly good about it because we read in the news a lot about how certain communities get profiled a little bit more than others. So even if you don't feel like it's a problem for you, it can be a problem for others who maybe don't have the voice to stand up for it.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days, all right? This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. And as you just seen, in this short clip, this is concerning the supermarket chain that goes by the name of Co-op or Cooperative, all right, out here in the UK. And in particular shops, supermarkets they've now started putting facial recognition, technology in there, all right, cameras. So when you go in, your face, your likeness is going to be recorded, and stored on a database, all right? And part of the reason, why they're pushing, this technology, all right, and these facial recognition cameras, of course, is to basically, have a record of everyone's likeness, on a database, and to also continue on, with this draconian and Orwellian, state of affairs, that's been getting more and more, noticeable, in society, all right? Now, they're also using the excuse of saying, because there's an increase in theft, we need to have, people's, face on the system, all right, so we know who's who, so on and so forth, which is only going to lead to, the MOTB, all right, it's only going to lead to, everyone, having to be chipped, all right, because that technology is going to solve a lot of so-called problems that you have in Esau society, all right, because when you have, a device that's embedded in you, all right, that's impaled in your body, it's going to X out a lot of things that Esau is unable to control. Now, for example, you have people that work cash in hand, all right? Now, in a cashless society, and in society where people are chipped, it's going to be impossible for you to work cash in hand because every transaction, all right, is going to be monitored, all right? And every digital, currency that you have is going to be traceable, all right? So if you send, for example, £20 or £200 CBDC, to someone else's digital CHIP, that transfer, all right, is going to be monitored. That transfer is going to be documented on the grid, all right? And you're going to obviously have to put a reason as to why that transfer was made. So it's going to be impossible to operate, all right, in secrecy. And that's what Esau wants. So when you see, things of this nature concerning, facial recognition cameras, so on and so forth, that's a part of that system. All right. And that's just massaging the people into getting used to this way of life. All right. And this is already happening in China. All right. We can't forget that. This is already happening in China. All right. To the point where if you, break the law, publicly, for example, if you cross the road without waiting for, the green man, or you do something disorderly, all right, that gets recorded and they immediately fine you, all right, and your account is immediately, debited, with the fine, according to whatever transgression that you've committed in society, all right. There's documentaries on this on YouTube, man, all right. So that's the kind of society that's over there right now in China. And that's what they're building over here in the UK and in certain particular parts of the world, all right? The social credit score system, all right? Where you're going to be judged upon your social credit score, all right? Like that particular episode of Black Mirror, all right? Where you had that woman, she was trying to get her social credit score, on a certain level. All right, and she was trying to get recognized by particular people that had a higher status than her, and it was basically driving her crazy. All right, and that's the kind of system, that's the kind of world that Esau is trying to manifest, upon the earth, man. All right, so right quick, let's get Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13, and it reads, and verse 12. And it reads, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. Now, the reason I'm getting this scripture is because, like I said, one of the reasons that they're saying that they're implementing, these facial recognition system is because you've had an increase in theft. All right. You've had an increase of people just rolling up to these supermarkets, taking a handful or even, on some occasions bringing, backpacks with them into these stores, and they're literally just taking as much as they can get, and they're walking outside of these stores, all right? And this is increased with the cost of living crisis that's been manifested over here in the UK and in various parts of the world, all right, where people are unable to afford, their basic necessities. So they've now, resorted to stealing. They've now resorted to, just walking in stores, taking what they need and walking out. All right. And I've been seeing it. All right. Sometimes you might be in a store, or you might be on a job, or you just might be, casually, minding your own business. All right. Buying, your groceries, so on and so forth. And you will just see people, walk in and they'll have like a bunch of stuff. Sometimes they'll be, they'll have like expensive honey. They might have, Manuka honey. They'll have, particular bottles of red wine. They'll have meat, all right, steaks, so on and so forth. And they'll just fill their bag with it and they'll walk out the store, all right? I've seen it. And I believe the brother Carl Bai, GMS Strong in Faith 144, I believe he done a video on it a few days ago, all right, regarding, the increase of theft out here in the UK is happening. All right, because people are feeling, the pinch, they're feeling the squeeze. Okay, so the environment is becoming more ruthless. It's becoming a dog-eat-dog society. People are coming outside of their character and doing things that they wouldn't usually do. All right, for the want of bread. All right, it's actually happening, man. So we're in that time. All right, we are actually in that time. Things are getting more and more draconian out here, man. All right. And you're going to see how, stuff of this nature concerning this whole facial recognition technology is going to continue to get worse and worse and more draconian, because we understand and we know through the spirit that it's all going to lead to what? It's going to lead to the physical manifestation of the CHIP, man, the implant. That's what it's all going to lead to, man. Okay. And if you don't have that technology, embedded in you, it's going to come to the point you're not going to be able, all right, to walk inside of a supermarket. You're not going to be able, if you do get inside, to open, the fridge, all right, to open the fridge freezer and take what you want. Because remember, there's already technology out there that we're seeing that's programmed into, you know, particular machines where you can see that soon enough you're going to need to scan, all right, your hand to open a fridge in the supermarket. I've seen videos on that. And I know other brothers have seen it too. All right, I believe it was a particular chain in America where they actually had it. They had it where you couldn't actually open the fridge freezer unless you waved your hand. You know, you waved your palm. All right, but it was unactivated, you know, at that point, but it was there and it's ready to be activated. So the whole infrastructure is actually ready. All right, they're putting these things in place. All right, and then one day all they have to do is flip the switch, activate that technology, and then there you go. All right, so these things are happening right before our eyes. So again, Matthew 24 and verse 13 and verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, and that's exactly what's happening out here. And like I said, I've seen it. I've witnessed it for myself. All right, there's particular stores out here, namely Tesco. All right, they don't open the door, all right, the front door, all right, of the superstore unless they see who you are first. All right, because that's how high theft is in some areas in London. Okay, I've seen it. You know, you go to the door, they have a red light system, you know, and that was implemented during the, you know, the C19. All right, that was conveniently implemented during the C19, you know, so you didn't have too much people in the store. They wanted to control how much people were in the store at any given time, you know, because they didn't want to promote, you know, the spread of the COVID ID, you know. So all of these things were happening for a reason, all right? Now let's get right quick. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1. We'll start from the top. And it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, so that he may run that readeth it. All right, and that's exactly what we're doing when we're bringing out this truth, when we're bringing out these prophecies. We're making it plain upon tables. We're making it easy for you to understand and easy for you to perceive it. All right? And if after we explain it through the Spirit and you still don't get it, then that just simply means that you ain't of the elect and that you can't get this truth, man. Okay? Now you might be sitting there wondering, you know, why do these guys make so much videos on the MOTB, you know, talking about this technology? Because it's important, because it's biblical prophecy. All right? Because when that is manifested upon the earth, you know, that chip, we're not going to be here for much longer, man. And that's what people don't understand. That's why we push it the way we do. That's why the Spirit is on Great Millstone to push the MOTB. Because it's significant. It's very significant, man. Now, you see all of these wars and rumors of wars and everything that's happening in Israel right now, okay? That's not going to actually commence to full-blown World War III, all right, until the MOTB is manifested upon the earth. So that's why it's very important for you to know the sequence of things, man. All right? These wars and rumors of wars, they're going to cease being rumors when the MOTB is activated upon the earth. They're no longer going to be rumors. You're going to be engaged in full-scale World War III. All right? So that's why it's very important to keep pushing the MOTB like the way we do, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? So the vision is set for an appointed time. We're at that time where these prophecies are about to be fulfilled in their entirety. All right? We're in that time. We can see it. Okay? We're measuring the time diligently, pursuant to 2 Ezra chapter 9 from the top on down, man. So we know where we're at in the grand scheme of things concerning biblical prophecy, because we're watching and we're praying just like Yahweh Shai told us to do. All right? So again, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this ain't tarrying no more. All right? These prophecies are coming to pass. These prophecies are manifesting right before your eyes. The elites are putting particular things in place in order to have these things come to pass. All right? So we're in a very, very beautiful time right now. All right? So I'm going to cut it off there. I don't want to, draw this out. It was just a brief video in regards to that clip, and just to show you that things are intensifying concerning, this draconian system and this Orwellian system that's being manifested in particular places of the earth. All right? So with that, I'll say shalom.